Hello, welcome to Polyphonic Press. I'm Jeremy Boyd, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new album by Vampire Weekend entitled Modern Vampires of the City. Here we go. So Vampire Weekend are an American pop rock band formed in New York in 2006. They released their self-titled debut album in 2008 and have since been very prolific, releasing 3 albums since then, including this one, and it's called Modern Vampires of the City. This album starts off with the song Oblivious Bicycle, and it's just got a little piano riff with this weird kind of percussion that kind of sounds like a jug band or something. It sounds like there's a wash tub in there, and it just kind of has a front porch kind of feel. Right off the bat, it sounds very organic to me, and the thing that stuck out are the really tight vocal harmonies on this one. It kind of sounds like there were multiple takes of vocals kind of blended together and spliced up to really give this unusual feel with the vocals, just sort of coming and sort of passing over each other. Towards the end, there's this weird kind of synthesizer sound that just kind of elevates the track a little bit, gives it a little more texture, and without it would be a completely different song. The first single from the album is the song Diane Young, and it's got a lot of influences kind of coming together to create this really weird sonic texture. It's got some African influence with the background singers, and the structure is very much like a 60s kind of psychedelic garage rock song, especially with the speed and the pitch of the vocals kind of being played around with. But throughout it, it has some funk and soul elements in there as well, especially with the horn section kind of playing this very R&B riff. And the vocal performance on this one really sounds like a rockabilly tune with a lot of slapback echo being played on it as well. This is just one of those songs that has a lot of elements going on with it, kind of blending together and really creating something new. It took me a few listens to really figure out what was going on with this one, but I really did like this track. It just kind of takes you on a little trip, and it's a really fun listen. The song Everlasting Arms is a very interesting song in its own right. The feel is very African influence with the rhythm and the very laid-back vocal melody. This is a very catchy song, and I know I've heard the comparison before, but this really does sound like something that Paul Simon would do, especially on the Graceland album. I can definitely hear the influence on this track, especially with the rhythms and the vocal melodies and just the overall feel of this song. And the vocals on this track could easily pass for a Paul Simon take. The second single from the album is the song Yeah Hey. It's much more of an understated ballad kind of song, although it does have some psychedelic elements thrown in there as well. The one thing that stuck out to me was this weird process vocal thing that really kind of kept happening. I didn't really quite know what to make of it. It just kind of came in left to center. And to be honest, it kind of got a little annoying after a while. Having said that though, this is a really good track, and overall I think it works. They just kind of overused that little vocal thing a little too much. The album ends with the song Young Lion, which it really isn't much of a song. It's more like an epilogue. It's really just a piano improvisation with vocal exercises put on top of it. I really kind of get the feeling that it was written specifically to end the album, and you know, it does do its job, but it really isn't a standout track. It just serves its purpose, no more, no less. The production on this album is very classy. It really all depends on what the song calls for. If a song is just a straightforward kind of thing, they'll do that. If it needs something extra, they'll add whatever it needs, but they don't get carried away with it where it really gets self-indulgent or anything like that. Every little sound and every little inflection, for the most part, is used to serve the song. Although there were a few weak spots on this album, it's pretty strong effort overall. It's really not too much to complain about, so I'm going to give this album an 8 out of 10. So anyway, that's what I thought about the album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments or with a video response. If you'd like to suggest more albums to review, please leave that in the comments as well. And that's about it. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.